Hello, everybody. It is me, the Political Kid, and just for an update right before we get into the main video, I'm planning to do a lot of more editing since, I try to hire editors and some stuff, but it just hasn't worked in the past really well. So I'm just gonna overall for the second year of this channel that will be starting next year, or when this year ends. I'll be trying to edit myself, learn eventually, so I personally don't have to rely on many people, so I can post more videos, get a larger audience, and do all that pizzazz. Also, I am planning to make a second channel eventually, probably in the summer for gaming and other stuff other than politics because those videos don't do well on a channel like this, so I just want to make sure that you guys know that, even though that's like a few months from now and stuff. But anyway, let's get into the main part of this video. So it's been almost a year since I made a video about the potential like how the Republican Party could change. Yeah, that has definitely changed in an aspect because the libertarian movement within the Republican Party that I would kind of predict would kind of reopen, it's probably not gonna happen. Although, like, there is potential for that, and there is definitely a lot of potential for more socially progressive economic conservatives to be in the Republican Party. It is not as it's not gonna work, honestly, because especially for the next election, Trump still has a lot of influence. Whether like Republicans lose Congress during the midterms, they still have a lot of influence. I mean, they have a lot of very MAGA, just a lot of MAGA people within the Republican Party, because a lot of the old guard that was a little hesitant to Trump and all that is kind of out. There's so many House of Representatives and senators that are leaving, including the representative that impeached. That was the one Republican who like voted to impeach him during his impeachment. Yeah, they're leaving, and because of that, there's a new wave of, more Trump eccentric people, which I might add could really hurt Republicans because a lot of Americans expected to be more change within their own pockets because that hasn't really happened yet, and tariffs could eventually make things even worse. So there is a way that they could lose even more because of this, and then later in 2032 it could be like a libertarian thing, like further down the road. But for now, JD Vance has the best chance for winning 2028, the 2028 Republican nomination. Um, Maybe they could have a moderate, like an even more moderate as vice president then, or they could even go even further down like Trump area and have somebody that's really MAGA supportive. And yeah, the Republican Party for now, from here to at least 2030, is going to be just MAGA supportive. And because of that, like, alone, there's going to be less of a chance for them to do as well within congressional seats. Because, if you have a very. Because there's going to be a lot of people who are running who are really supportive of the president, that is like putting all your money into a single stock. It could go up. You could have a lot of investment in a lot of politicians who do well because of a possible resurgence in the Trump administration. However, it could go down and you lose all your money, lose a lot of seats, lose like a lot of Senate seats, House seats, and local seats, and also maybe the presidency. So that's why it's really interesting because in places like Minnesota, they have a person running for governor who was the former someone who worked for Trump in the past. I learned about that since, yeah. And that's probably not going to go well for them since they are planning to expand their base in a lot of local elections and state elections and stuff. But that's not really going to work if you're running in a place that's very, like, moderate. You're uh, presenting a candidate that is very tied to the administration that the Minnesotans didn't support. And it's a very shaky administration, just like the last administration, where it could really just shift how things work. And for that reason, I think a lot of moderate Democrats have the best opportunity for the midterms because of the current way the Republican Party is currently shifting. Because it's not really shifting in a way that is turning toward moderates and libertarians that I thought was going to happen last year. Because they're not really looking for electoral successes. They got that in 2024. They need to make the Republican Party is kind of going in a way that they want to put in America like an acceptance of a lot of these more extreme policies in the more right wing section of the Republican Party. And because of that, I will predict that the Republican Party will get more conservative until at least 2026, and then they might moderate for the presidential election. But that's just it. That's just me. And you could totally disagree with me. I hope you comment, subscribe, and that's the last video for today. I'll be posting something on Christmas and for the anniversary of this channel. I hope you like it. Thank you, and goodbye.